Peace. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Jay Everyday. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to really try and give you a quick description and an example of what a mindfuck is. I know people say that it's kind of vulgar and, you know, you really shouldn't be talking like that and putting it up on the internet, but whatever, I don't give a hell. Really quick, what's a mindfuck? A mindfuck is basically someone is pulling something over your eyes and they're making you agree with them pulling your shirt over your eyes and them telling you whatever they want to tell you and then you believing it. That's what a mindfuck is. There have been mindfucks throughout the centuries. Just the degree to which they are utilized are few and far between. However, with that being said, let me just explain something to you about a mindfuck. A mindfuck will put out in the atmosphere an idea or a narrative, and once this narrative or idea is put out in the public, they will continue to push it until it doesn't have legs anymore. You see this right now with Me Too and Time's Up. It's just like this fake outrage against Trump. All of these things are mindfucks. And here's the quickest way you can tell about what a mindfuck is. When someone tries to mindfuck you, if it doesn't work, or you can back up with numbers how whatever mindfuck they're trying to run on you doesn't work, those same people that were trying to mindfuck you, they don't want to have nothing else to do with you once you call them out on what a mindfuck is, especially if they're trying to run one on you. These people will get upset and angry, and some of them won't talk to you ever again. The people that do that are very skilled, are very codependent, and they really need that mindfuck for whatever the reason may be. With that being said, you just have to learn how to discern between when someone is trying to mindfuck you as opposed to when they're really being general. You can't fight or battle your way out of every mindfuck. Sometimes you have to massage your way out, because a great mindfuck will, sometimes it'll be months or years before you catch it. And while you may not be in the same space or occupy the same mentality, or not occupy, but or still have the same mentality to accept or deal with a mindfuck, The really messed up part is when you realize it months and years later, as it's happened to me. And that's another point I wanted to bring out. No one person is incapable of being mindfucked. You can mindfuck anybody if you know what button to push, if you know what strings to pull. In order to make a successful mindfuck. A mindfuck, sometimes they can be short, sometimes it takes a long time to activate one. But the thing about those activators is it takes a lot. You know, whether it's time or money or your patience or whatever, it takes a lot. And that's why I wanted people to understand that a mindfuck can be one of your greatest failures, and also it can be one of your greatest lessons. Because once you recognize the mindfuck, you will never ever fall for it again. I know people who are pretending to be mindfucked right now. Sometimes it's easier to pretend that you're stupid rather than to show people. But that's a type of a mindfuck too. So with that being said, let's just go back over everything. Yeah, let me say this. I lost my train of thought for a minute. A mindfuck can be done to you by anybody. Mother, father, brother, sister, wife. Anybody can mindfuck you. You won't always recognize it, and it's really hard to see when it comes from a person that you genuinely care about and you care about their well-being. Also, sometimes people are too, they placate too much, and they're used to dealing with complacency and mediocrity. See, a good mindfuck will, it's not always hard. Sometimes it's very subtle. Sometimes it's really smooth based on what the person is trying to do. Like I've said this, I know I've just said this, but I kind of want to keep stressing that because the best way to bleed a person is not to do it all at once, but to continuously do it over and over again. There is there's a way to feel after it gets done to you for the first time, and it changes everything. It changes your relationship with people, with friends, with lovers, even with your kids, because everyone tries to mindfuck you. Your job is to be on guard for that at all times, And the second best thing I can tell you about them is be on guard, number one, and two, recognizing it when it's done to you. And the third thing is, you shouldn't try and mind fuck somebody else. Because if you don't like it being done to you, why would you do it to somebody else? That's just not cool. So, with that being said, that's my definition of a mind fuck. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel or to the Patreon site. Please comment below. If you don't like what I said, let me know. If you do like it, also let me know. I'll definitely respond to all comments. And with that being said, this is your boy Jay Everyday, also known as Furious Styles, and I'm gone. Peace.